Well, hello, and welcome to Wokingham Borough Council's Youth Climate Conference panel. My name is Gregor Murray. I am Borough Councillor for the Norreys Ward in Wokingham. I'm also Executive Member for Climate Emergency, so I'm the person that has been leading all of the initiatives that we are putting in place as a Borough Council in order to tackle climate change. I'm joined today by some of the wonderful officers from across Wokingham Borough Council who are going to speak to you specifically about the different things that they have been working on in order to tackle climate change. We recognise that you are one of the most important groups when it comes to helping us fight climate change. We understand that you are more aware of some of the biggest impacts that are going on around the world right now than many, many other generations. We also understand that a lot of you are hugely passionate about climate change, and we want to talk to you specifically about what it is that we're doing, answer some of the questions that you've already sent in terms of what we're doing in order to tackle climate change, and help you understand our vision and our mission over the next 10 years to get us to carbon neutral by 2030. So before we go any further, I want to introduce all of the different people that are on the panel with us today. So we'll go around in order and I'll just ask them to introduce themselves. So if we start with Diana Tovar.
Hello everyone, I am Diana. I am the Climate Emergency Officer for Wokingham.
And then I'll ask Iram to introduce herself.
Hi, good morning everyone. I am Waste Collection and Disposal Contract Manager in Wokingham.
And then Ian Goff, please.
Yeah, Ian Goff from Wokingham Borough Council, Energy Manager.
And Mustafa. Mustafa, you're on silent.
Sorry. Yeah, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Mustafa and I work in the public health team.
And finally, our last panel member is Duncan Fisher.
Hello everybody, I'm Duncan Fisher, the Biodiversity Officer for the Council.
Wonderful. Well, thank you everybody for giving up your time today to join this climate panel. We're going to start with Diana as the person who is effectively overseeing all of the different initiatives across Wokingham Borough Council. So Diana, Wokingham Borough Council declared climate emergency last year. Since then, what have you been doing to help tackle climate change?
Well, thanks for the question, Gregor. So this is certainly a crisis, and for the first time in history, the council established a plan to reduce the carbon emissions for the borough and to reach net zero carbon by 2030. So, but really, what does this mean? Well, we identify key areas that will help us reduce the carbon emissions across Wokingham. For example, our plan will support residents to be more active, to walk more, to cycle more, and to use public services. We are going to connect key locations together to provide safe cycling and walking routes. For those who have to drive, we want to help them to drive electric vehicles by installing the things that they need, like electric charging points, and to help them to transition from petrol and diesel cars to electric vehicles. Housing is another area that our plan includes. So we all live in homes, but those homes create a lot of carbon that damage our climate. So our plan will support residents in making their homes more energy efficient. Not only that, but we are also working on making our own renewable energy and investing in energy sources like solar farms. Wokingham is a beautiful place, and our plan wants to keep it that way. So even we want to improve the green spaces that we all enjoy. So it's not just for us, but also for the wildlife that we need. We want to plant as many trees as we can. In fact, we are going to set a new record by planting 250,000 trees over the next 10 years. We want everybody to be involved and to help us make our neighborhoods as green as possible. So our plan also considers supporting local businesses and residents to help them to make the best use of the resources they have and reduce the amount of waste we all produce. And ultimately, our journey will take us towards a more sustainable way of life. and a low carbon future. So Wokingham is, is just one part of a very, very big puzzle. But with the help of the residents, we can help better choice and help our planet.
That's great, thank you, and a fantastic preview of what some of our other speakers are going to be talking about today. Next question would be, so behavioural change is one of the keys in achieving lasting change in the climate crisis. So what are we planning to do in order to get all of our residents across Wokingham Borough to take climate crisis seriously?
Well, this is so serious, isn't it? In fact, what we have seen is we are setting records this year that it's the type of records that we don't want to set. So, for example, if you have seen the news, this year California recorded the hottest day in recent history to like 54.4 degrees. And we are seeing it in the news all the time, don't we? This year alone, we've seen bushfires in Australia and more recently in America that are more frequent than they used to be. Here in the UK, we have seen the increase in flooding and at the same time, shortages in water supply. We see usually hot weather in unusual times of the year. So all of these affect the prices of our energy, the prices of our food, and the prices of the other things that we buy, because they are the climate change affect the way we produce and food. So our plan helps to educate people. It helps to inform them and provide guide of how can we make better choices. And by increasing awareness, we hope to change people's behavior. We want people to understand that although this is a global issue, it affects us all locally. So we all need to take action because we are all responsible.
Thank you, Diana. Now, one of the most common questions that I get asked is where do we start? So thinking about the young people that are watching this video right now, what can we do to help educate and support all of the people that are watching to start making change themselves?
So the next generation are very aware about the climate. And in my experience, they are really well informed. And young people have voice and they have influence. So, for example, if you look at Greta Thunberg, she's an amazing example of a young person that has raised her voice and has influenced the agenda. So we want to engage and we want to work with young people. We want to hear their ideas. We want them involved because it is their future too. And they should have a say in this. So we all need to change our behavior. We understand that nearly everything that we do, from downloading a film through having a shower, has an impact on the climate, and that even small changes by many people can make a big, big difference. So our plan includes working with the schools and with further education by making sure that the climate and its importance is understood by everybody. So we are running many events, we're running competitions and assemblies. And, in Wokingham, there are around 30,000 school children with the power to influence and to guide their families and friends. So we want to work together with children and with residents to develop a vision for net zero, for a net zero Wokingham that includes how we're going to live, how it's going to be different, how going to be our homes, the way we travel, the way we work and we communicate. So, and there are simple things that we can do right now, like driving less, reduce flying, we can eat less meat, plant more trees and create more gardens, we can grow vegetables or buy local produce and avoid fast fashion. So really what we want is we want to hear the voices from the young people. We want to share your ideas. We want you to get involved and to take part because this is your future.